So we joined the Dolphins offense deep in the Patriots red zone on this third down. There's 4 yards to go. The previous play was a short completion from Tua to Ahmed. So let's have a look and see what we do offensively. Formation-wise, we're in trips right, Y tight. So we have Shaheen lined up at Y, who has the bench route. Laird, who's going to free release and hitch. Tua, obviously quarterback. Ford, who we can see at the X position, is going to motion in. We'll have a look at that when we watch the coach's film. And Ford has the hitch. Bowden is going to release into the flat. And Hollins has the banana route across the pitch. So let's have a look what the Patriots are doing defensively. I have to hold my hands up here and say I honestly don't know what this defense have called. What it looks like to me is a soft cover one shell. So they're backing everyone off, and then when the offensive receivers are coming into their zone, then they're locking up and covering them man for man. The difference here is that they've got a backside corner blitz, and we'll have a look at when we look at that in film. We'll see how that affects Tua. But now let's go on to the wide film and see how it breaks down. So the really interesting bit, the wide coaches film, and let's just see what we're looking at. Okay, so initially, like I said, in the passing tree, we have Ford lined up. He is going to motion in. As he motions in, the defense adjusts. Everyone slides down. So that should be an indication that should help Tua to say what the coverage is. However, when the ball is actually snapped, you can see everyone sort of stays where they are in their zones. This defender comes down to try and redirect Hollins. But I think where this play falls down is that we try to get a natural rub with Ford when he comes in. So now if we just watch Ford come in on the snap of the ball, I think right there, we probably were trying to get a natural rub to knock that defender off covering Hollins. This is Hollins here. So as he goes, you can see that the defender's now redirecting Hollins into the linebacker, and the linebacker goes with him. Defensively, I know it's the Patriots, but this is actually pretty good coverage. So who's open? So before we talk about who's open, just one slight change. We haven't seen it a lot on third down. We get a cornerback blitz. So here he comes now. Here's the corner. He's in Tua's eye line. I wonder if Tua was going for Laird in terms of who was open, because that would be the natural read. Laird is open, literally on the goal line. If the ball were thrown to him there, this linebacker can't close this distance. But I think 27 does enough to put Tua off. Now Tua pulls the ball down, scrambles. Now this linebacker's got a bead on Tua, but he does a really good job, gives them the shimmy and goes in for a touchdown. Really good read. I don't really like the play design, but it doesn't matter because we score. So let's just have a look at the offensive line now and see why Tua had to scramble. But good job, Tua, touchdown. Let's have a look at the coach's film. So offensive line versus defensive line, it does exactly what it says on the tin. The Patriots are bringing 4, although they've got a 30 front, so the centre is covered, both the tackles are covered. They're bringing an extra edge rusher, and then they're bringing a cornerback as well. The Dolphins, do a great job in picking this up. It's half slide to the left, which means our right tackle Hunt is picking up the left or the right defensive end as we look at it, and everyone else is sliding down one gap. The one player that we can't pick up in the current situation is the corner, number 27, who's going to blitz, unless Laird picks him up. But as we know from the wide receivers film, that doesn't happen. So let's have a look at the breakdown and see what Tua sees. Okay, so as you can see, 3 down linemen, 1, 2, 3, the centre's covered, so it's a 30 look, but they brought the linebacker up on the line, so now it becomes a 4 down lineman scenario. This is the edge rusher, the corner that we can't pick up in the scheme. So just a reminder that everyone's going to jump down one gap to the offensive left, apart from the right tackle Hunt, who's going to be responsible for the defensive end, and that's how we know it's half slide to the offensive left. So we just run it through. Good protection. I'd like to see, Dieter's got a little bit of depth there to allow the defensive lineman so he can see what's happening in front of him. Jackson just waits patiently. I would like to see Carrera's a little bit square. You can see that square shoulders, square shoulders, square shoulders. Hunt obviously hasn't got square shoulders because he wants to turn and engage that defensive end. as it is, this is really good pass protection. Here comes the corner. As you can see, that Laird is just released. I think Tua wants to throw it to Laird, but there, as he gets set to throw, his feet is nice. His feet. Let me start that again. His feet are set, but here comes the corner just in his throwing lane. If the corner had stayed on his feet, it might have been a sack. However, Tua decides to pull the ball down, as we mentioned in the wide receivers film. Here comes the corner, the linebacker who's got a bead on Tua. Tua gives him the shake and bake and then goes in for a touchdown. Do you know what? Nice job by the offensive line and pass protection. Good read by Tua, good decision, just a good touchdown, and it's always good to stick on the Patriots. So let's have a quick look at the grades for that play. So finally, grades on this third down. Tua, who, as you'd expect, read the defense, pulled it down, decided to scramble, gets a 1 because it's not, frankly, he pulled it down and got the touchdown, made a defender miss. That's a 1 grade. Everyone else does their jobs, 0. No one gets penalised because I think that the play design didn't help the receivers get open. So not bad job. We've got a touchdown against the Patriots. So let's go on to the next third down.